Good morning and welcome to 365 Days of Amazing Stories with Theo Mayer. Here I am continuing the story of Tiidu the Piper. Now, Tiidu has amazingly arrived in this city that he had been wanting to get to, Kunga, where the people live in great opulence, very wealthy. And he finds a job as a helper in a kitchen, not putting his full talents to use. But he can live there, and he does. Now, he doesn't spend much money because he, of course, is still obsessed with gaining riches. And the money that he has, he did have a small sackful that he brought with him. But he stashes his money away, and working as a cook's helper, he doesn't get a lot of money because, remember, he's already getting a place to live and food to eat. Now, at some festival, the owner, who's hosting the festival, buys all of his servants new clothing, which Tiidu appreciates very much. Tiidu likes beautiful things, but he's just not really willing to spend his own money on those things. So now he has these new garments, and the festival goes off nicely, and he actually gets some attention because Tiidu is a handsome young man. At the festival, which is happening all through the day, he notices that, there's an old man sitting over on a bench beneath a tree, not really interacting with anyone. And Tiidu walks a little more in that direction. And the man has his back to him, and he feels that maybe he knows this man. He's seen him before, he thinks. So he goes closer. And the man turns toward him, and Tiidu realizes that it's the old man that had told him originally to play the pipes in order to gain his wealth. The old man calls him over, of course, and says, I see, here you are in Kunga, and how is it going? And Tiidu tells him what his employment is, and the old man says, well, then you are a fool. For in one day, you could make as much money playing pipes as you could in a month working as a cook's helper. Tiidu knows he's right. But Tiidu is afraid. He's afraid of being laughed at by these people if he actually begins to play. He's always worried that people will sort of laugh at him. The old man says, you need to buy yourself some pipes and do what I say. And you will see my words will come true, as they did before. Because Tiidu and him have had this conversation, and Tiidu tells him how when he was playing his pipes, before he had arrived to Kunga, he'd been making quite a bit of money. Tiidu took the savings that he had, and he bought a set of pipes. And, following the old man's advice, on Saturday and Sunday afternoons, he would take himself out into a grove of trees that was the outskirts of the city and begin to play. And before he had played very long at all, people had come to listen. Some, depending on the tune, had come to dance. And they left him coins in his hat. Copper, silver, sometimes even gold coins were left, for his playing was that good. We'll leave Tiidu there in the grove of trees, playing his pipes, collecting money, and see, where does he end up next?